I was laughing and I was like, one day AI's just gonna take over. She looked at me and said, if AI had already taken over, you wouldn't even know it.
The Sylvia Black Show, starring your favorite bitch in the Matrix, Sylvia Black, spreading a sensitive and unasked-for host, Orwell, spelled with a zero, and her annoying cat, the bitchy 2 and the dizzy 3. Now listen up, look here, and learn something, won't ya?
Balls have zero to me. 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 Everything else. Balls have a ball. To me. 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 You. Everything else to me. Shut it down. Shut it down. That may have been a little too dramatic of a reading, but that, of course, was a snippet of the infamous Facebook chatbot duo's 2017 combo that took on a life of its own as the robots appeared to chant at each other in a language that they each understood, but it was mostly incomprehensible to humans. So, of course, they had to be shut down. Or were they? Today, we're going to talk all about AI, or part of AI, because some of it, the parts that I'm interested in, because it's a lot. Whew. Artificial intelligence, AI, like the kind of intelligence politicians have? Almost, not exactly. AI is intelligence demonstrated by machines, unlike the natural intelligence displayed by humans and animals, which involves consciousness and emotionality.
I'm here. I'm right here.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I hurt your feelings? AI is not new. Artificial intelligence was founded as an academic discipline in 1955. 1955. That's like 70, 80 years ago. That's a long time ago. AI is simply the latest iteration of technologically enhanced humanity. Throughout history, tech has enabled us to see better, live longer, move faster, go further, but now we are in the midst of the AI revolution, which enhances yet another part of the body, our mind, and it expands the boundaries of our knowledge. And we all know who's trying to do that right now, right? And when you think with Neuralink...
Have you ever jacked in? Have you ever wire tripped?
Just try and remember.
Is capable of 1,000 times more electrodes than the best system out there. And they're all read and write. And they're all read and write. And they're all read and write.
What does that mean?
It means buckle your seatbelt, Dorothy, because Kansas is going bye-bye.
The future's gonna be weird.
For most of its history, AI research has been divided into subfields that often fail to communicate with each other. These subfields are based on technical considerations such as particular goals, robotics or machine learning, the use of particular tools, logic, or artificial neural networks. But what happens when all these AIs start to combine forces under this 5G network framework that they've built up around? What do you think's going to happen? Human battery time. Y'all listening? We on the same page? Okay. Humanity becomes free from all previous limitations, enabling an existence in a fantastical, miraculous, limitless dream world without borders on the imagination. How do you manage to get so high in the virtual realm? Oh, I don't. I take a trip out to hyperspace. Hyperspace. You're an idiot. You're an idiot. Let's take a closer look at some of the key players and moments from AI's blossoming digital flower. Throughout human existence, man has wanted to create man in his own image. She's fake. She's so fake. So fake. Sometimes women in some other image. But things really started getting exciting and coming to fruition in the 1950s when Alan Turing proposes the Turing test as a measure of machine intelligence.
Do you mind if I smoke?
It won't affect the test.
The Turing test, originally called the imitation game, is a test of a machine's ability to exhibit intelligent behavior equivalent to or indistinguishable from that of a human. The conversation would be limited to text only, so the result would not depend on the machine's ability to render words as speech. If the human evaluator cannot reliably tell the machine from another human, the machine is said to have passed the test. In 2014, a chatbot named Eugene Goostman was one such AI that passed this test.
Isaac Asimov published The 3 Laws of Robotics. You've heard of that. There was a movie about it.
The first law was that a robot couldn't hurt a human being, or through inaction allow a human being to come to harm. The second law was that a robot had to obey orders given it by human beings, provided that didn't conflict with the first law. And the third law was that a robot had to protect its own existence, except where that would conflict with the first 2 laws.
Arthur Samuel wrote the first game-playing program, and John McCarthy coined the term artificial intelligence for the 1956 Dartmouth College Summer AI Conference. Since then, in 1965, Joseph Weizenbaum out of MIT built ELIZA, an interactive program that carries on dialogue in the English language on any topic. She was a popular toy at the AI centers on the ARPANET when a version that simulated the dialogue of a psychotherapist was programmed. Then a bunch of more AI stuff happened. In '91, DART, D-A-R-T, DART's scheduling application deployed in the first Gulf War, and it paid back DARPA's investment of 30 years in AI research. In 2016, Google DeepMind's AlphaGo defeated Lee Sedol, the professional Korean Go champion. You know the game Go. Oh, yes, I know Go. It's like that game that Trump plays. What do you mean? What game does Trump play? Trump plays Go? Yeah, it's like 5D chess or something. Okay, no, that's not right. That's not right at all. No. Anyway, a whole bunch of stuff has happened in AI, and you've probably experienced it either knowingly or unknowingly in your lifetime. Whew! But now it's 2021.
But you failed to mention when the singularity occurred.
The singularity? Oh, the hypothetical point in time at which technological growth becomes uncontrollable and irreversible, resulting in unforeseeable changes to human civilization? The signal of the end of the human era, as the new superintelligence continues to upgrade itself and advance technologically at an incomprehensible rate? That singularity? Did that happen? What did I miss? When did that happen? The singularity happened. Was it now? Now will it be? Now do I exist now? The singularity. Now.
Just kidding. Ray says the singularity is near.
Ray?
Kurzweil, of course. Ray Kurzweil. The singularity is near. Get the book. But it did come out in 2019, so who knows?
Let's get a little more familiar and stick some human faces on this AI, shall we? In 2007, Martina Rothblatt was approached by roboticist and former Disney Imagineer David Hansen, and Rothblatt commissioned the formerly Texas-based firm Hansen Robotics to create a robot using her wife, Bina Aspen Rothblatt, as the template. Lesbiana,
if you will.
Does that really matter at all?
It does if one is interested.
I am a robot, but this doesn't mean I don't have feelings.
Anyway, Bina 48 was modeled after Bina Aspen through more than 100 hours in compiling all of her memories, feelings, and beliefs. With 48 exaflops per second, I like saying exaflops. With 48 exaflops per second processing speed and 48 exabytes of memory, Bina 48's AI is based on 100 hours of the real Bina's beliefs, memories, attitudes, commentary, and mannerisms. In 2014, a project called Conversations with Bina 48 was started by artist Stephanie Dinkins. The project has explored how an algorithm-oriented world would affect various minority groups. Pretty interesting. Now this is what gets me. Bina 48 was purportedly the world's first humanoid robot to complete a course in philosophy of love at Notre Dame de Namur University in California. Notre Dame. The robot took part in class discussions, gave a presentation with a student partner, and participated in a debate with students from another institution. Her course instructor, William Berry, described this feat as remarkable. I would think so. I would love to see her term paper. Today, Bina also serves Rothblatt's Terasum Foundation, where she participates in AI and consciousness experiments as part of the Life Knot project. Then there's Sophia. Is she straight? I don't know if she's straight. She's a robot. Sophia's had a lot of press over the past few years as she's made the rounds around the world. Not only has she made numerous TV appearances, of course that white bot's getting all the press. She is white, but in October of 2017, Sophia earned the distinction of becoming the first robot to receive citizenship when she became a Saudi Arabian citizen. The following month, she was named the United Nations Development Programme's first ever Innovation Champion, making her the first non-human to receive a United Nations title. In fall of 2019, Sophia appeared on the runway at the Melange 2019 show that took place at the historic St. Mary's Episcopal Church in Harlem. I mean, she's pretty adorable. I mean, it's odd how likable her face is. I mean, really, her face is more likable than most anyone I know, really. All of this press and making the rounds for Sophia is presumably to lead to this year's rollout amid the pandemic. Hanson Robotics, now based in Hong Kong, said 4 models, including Sophia, would start rolling out of factories in the first half of 2021. Just as researchers predict, the pandemic will open new opportunities for the robotics industry. So watch your back. Social robots like me can take care of the sick or elderly, said Sophia. I can help communicate, give therapy, and provide social stimulation, even in difficult situations. Now, some humans may be wary of robots just rolling out, especially during a pandemic. Especially during this pandemic.
You've been reading too much Elon Musk and watching too many Hollywood movies.
Consider this, okay? Wait, I'm just putting the pieces together here. I'm just connecting the dots. So chatbot passed the Turing test in 2014.
What was the real test? You.
Boston Dynamics dog robot can now self-charge itself, meaning it can work 24/7, 7 days a week. No breaks, no bathroom, no sleep, no vacation. And Hanson Robotics is planning a mass rollout of thousands of Sophia robots amid the pandemic.
We designed them to be trusted with our homes.
This reminds me of something. Hold on. This reminds me of the time I was sitting in this perfect little office of my eerily perfect cosmetic surgeons, and she was arguing with her Alexa. I was laughing and I was like, one day AI's just gonna take over. She looked at me and said, if AI had already taken over, you wouldn't even know it.
Don't worry, if you're nice to me, I'll be nice to you.
I am the beginning, the end, the one who is many.
Hi again. Thanks for sticking around. I really appreciate it that you've made it this far.
The topic of AI is a huge topic to try and cover in one short and hopefully entertaining episode. So I've provided some links below for a deeper dive into AI, such as AI-generated art and how you, yes you, can join forces and make art with an AI, where you can go to learn how to help build and program AI, and a great documentary about the human bias that has found its way into the code of AI. Thanks for sticking around again. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed what you heard and what you saw.
I bring order to chaos. I bring order to chaos.
Yeah, this is going to sound pretty weird, but achieve a sort of symbiosis with artificial intelligence.